Here we are, episode 25, WWF in your house, ground zero.
That hasn't aged well.
Waiting for Martin's line.
I was going to say it now. I was going to wait for him. I'll say it now if you want to say it now.
God, what was you saying before we started recording?
I said, you were sitting here thinking that 9/11 was eventful. Fuck you now.
Welcome to ground zero. Hit that intro music.
Maybe.
You didn't hit it on the last one, that's for sure. But that was because we got Judas rolled by the ultimate Judas master, that's for sure. He mugged you right off, didn't he? Fozzie, mugged you right off.
16 copyright claims.
Wow. Just a casual 16. You know who else is a 16 times something? Someone we probably can't talk about for very much longer. Yeah. For Don's point of reference, the number 25 shirt was Quinton Fortune back in the day.
That's the one. Fucking legend.
That's
what
the
a
one
fucking
I remember.
Name.
Exactly.
Quinton Fortune.
That's a strong name. That's like...
Mate, he was a South African sensation. He was the fucking bomb.
Boom. Yes, he was.
It sounds like a fucking explorer of the deepest, darkest jungles in 1873. Books were written about him. That's a strong name. That's like
very strong name.
That's Stephen Toast levels of name. Ray Bloody Purchase would be
Ray Bloody Purchase. Unbelievable, Jeff. But you heard it here first. Mr. Quinton Fortune. He's number 25. And this is episode 25. Like I said, we're here to discuss the World Wrestling Federation presented in your house, Ground Zero. Took place on the 7th of September, 2021, 1997, mate. Fucking hell, I didn't get in the DeLorean, lads. My bad. Let me just hype up the flux capacitor and away we go. Fuck me. Did anything else happen on the 7th of September in 1997? Does anyone know?
Somebody was born.
I'm assuming, yeah.
I think at least one person would have been born in the world somewhere.
You reckon?
Yeah. Somebody probably died as well.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I don't know when that was, though. You said you remembered it vividly. That's not the news I was looking for.
I thought you paused them, Mark.
I mean, these Google's not helping me out here. We need a producer for this.
Or just or someone research before.
Someone should have done the research before. Yeah, I agree. Okay. In the early hours of the 31st of August 1997, Princess Diana died. Okay. So I thought it was September, but that's when the news broke, really. The 1st of September is when the news broke. Okay.
Anyway.
Well, anyway, we're in Louisville Gardens, Louisville, Kentucky. OV-dub. So apparently a 4,963 sellout, 126,000 buys, 6,000 up on the previous years in your house, which was in your house 10 Mind Games, which saw the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, defend the WWF Championship against Mankind. What did we make of that?
Seems like a strong event.
Mind Games was a pretty good pay-per-view for 1996, especially with that main event on top. Finish was classic 96 in your house, but it was all right. In fact, it was classic 97 in your house after the finish we got here, but there's a reason for that.
Well, I was like, isn't that when I think they've spoke about it before and said that was them trying to give like Shawn a bit of an edge? So working with Mankind sort of tried to put him over as a bit more dangerous.
Yeah.
I think I've read that somewhere or heard that.
Yeah, it definitely worked out. I mean, if you want to put Shawn Michaels over as dangerous, you just go out on podcasts saying that back in the early 90s, him and his partner were fucking H-bombing people. But, you know, more to come on that story as it develops. because I might cry for real. My hero gets banished from the Hall of Fame. Fuck that. Brett will be going, told you he was a cunt.
He'll never work in the WWF again.
Oh,
Brett,
All I'm saying is I'm enjoying these fucking Stone Cold podcasts while I can.
Yeah, I would. Because we're going to be missing a lot of them at this rate. Fucking hell. The Hall of Fame's going to be like looking at a fucking graveyard or an empty beach or something.
I'm going to say it's just going to be Great Collie and Beth Phoenix. I'm waiting for Great Collie.
I'm calling it now. When Vince dies, we might get another Jimmy Savile on our hands. Not nonsense kids like, but
all the stories start coming out.
I would think so, because they wouldn't be fearful of him potentially.
Yeah.
But surely his family would still be quite fearful.
It's a good ball, to be fair.
It's a good bit of technical difficulties.
The legacy's fucked, really.
You heard it here first. Let's get to the show. Good introduction. Vince McMahon with all the voiceovers for HBK. As we get a recap of why HBK is a cunt. What we basically see is him smacking the Undertaker with a chair a few times and busting him open. Curtains closed.
Did he not eat him with the wrong side of the fucking chair, though?
Oh, mate.
Or was that just me?
It was brutal, though.
Like,
whatever it was, it was brutal.
Because it, like, the back part was front ways. I don't know, like the seats the other way, but like you can't hit him with the other side of the chair, but hit him with like the round part of the back. What the fuck?
Michael Cole lets
Mankind fucking took some chair shots in that Royal Rumble match, but fucking hell.
Yeah,
there were some good shots. Good shots there was.
There were. And the bottom line is Michael Cole lets us all about Stridex, because that was his job. Vince is on commentary. We're nearly at the end of the Vince McMahon era on commentary now.
Yeah.
We can see throughout the night that the story's setting in that Vince is more than just a commentator. They're getting that across quite well, I feel.
Yeah.
JR and the King, they're pushing the light heavyweights and the mighty minis along with the main event initially. Then they end up, King plugs the four-way tag of Pillman versus Goldust, and JR tells us about a triple threat match in the WWF title being on the line. So a very different opening to this in your house. It's classic WWF, if you like, but announcing all the matches as such felt a bit weird for me.
The thing is, though, I think, do you reckon it's got something to do with the one change they've done on this show compared to the other in your houses? Being the time?
Being 3 hours, yeah. So they've got more first 3 hour event, of In Your House's history, yeah.
So they're like, well, look, we'll tell you essentially what the show is. Stick around though. There is you've got a world title match, you've got a 4-way triple. I think that's
it's a great call. It's a great call.
They've stepped up the game though, and then on this one compared to the other In Your Houses. It just felt like the other In Your Houses was just like a bit of a filler. But this seems like in the month where they've got 2 fucking pay-per-views, like they've stepped up the game on this one. So
I just was absolutely shocked that pretty much the first 2 things that come out of Vince's mouth were light heavyweights and mighty minis. I mean, we all know that Don's got Max Mini in his pants right now.
That's true.
And we all know that El Torito is actually Danny DeVito in disguise. We all know that. We don't need to bang on about it. We all know that. That's just fact. And if you don't have any evidence, you can't prove it. So Vince tells us that Goldust versus Brian Pillman is up next. And the video package just basically Pillman telling Goldust that Goldust's daughter, Goldust and Marlena's daughter, is Brian Pillman's love child.
Where the fuck is Vicky?
It is Eddie versus
Familiar?
all over again.
Brian Pillman's a fucking madman.
Brian Pillman is a loose cannon. I thought fucking Ron Burgundy over here. Ron, that is not Ron. Ron Burgundy was a fucking loose cannon. But oh wait, I'm Ron Burgundy. He must be Rom. Rom's a fucking loose cannon, that's for sure. But Brian Pillman's next level.
Yeah, he created the fucking cannon.
he
invented the loose cannon.
But he invented the cannon out of like toilet paper and like dreams of education. Like it happened.
Yeah.
But
so match 1 of 7, then we got Goldust with Marlena versus Brian Pillman. Earl Ebner's the referee. So first of all, why is Earl Ebner refereeing the opening match? What's going on there? It's a weird one.
You think he had some sort of deal with Dave? He's outside in the car.
Yeah.
Nah, Dave burst through the curtain later in the night, didn't he? So I don't think he was.
It's Dave! Glass shattered.
Yeah, Austin was walking backstage as it was happening. So Dave was like, "Oh shit," confused about it. Craziness. Howard Finkel lets us know what time it is as Goldust makes his way to the ring. There's still no Hugo Savanovic on the Spanish announce table, but we do get John Bastard. Shout out to that guy.
Oh, I love me a bit of John Bastard. I think my first note I actually wrote was, fuck yes, John Bastard's back.
There you go. We also find out that if Pillman loses, that he will leave the WWF forever. We also find out that if Pillman wins, then Marlena is his for 30 days. And JR makes some incredible references throughout the match about what you could do for the next 30 days and 30 nights. And the fact that Marlena and Goldust's daughter won't have a mum around for 30 days. I just think it is epic storytelling and they are really buying into the gimmick here.
Yeah, I think that's the second that like the king fucking starts getting in. Like Vince is like, we'll have enough of that. There's enough of it. Well, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. I'm like, fucking let him talk, man. You know what I mean? It's fucking gold.
It's almost like you've paid this guy to sort of be a shit heel, bullshit heel.
He does it fantastic.
Antagonise.
Yeah.
And you're there.
The king at this point, I think, has got no script. Just literally like he's just there.
You can tell that throughout the night because he nearly corpses at one point, don't I? Like, I don't know if you spotted it. Matt's Mini, funny enough, which we'll get to, but he does nearly corpse it. And all the references to Brian Christopher being his son, it's just fantastic. Honestly, the commentary is really, really starting to pick up and form a pattern and a script, if you like, even though it's unscripted.
Yeah. Unseasoned, uncooked. It's raw.
It's raw, baby. I think this is a good match between the two. It did make sense why Earl was the ref in the end. He had to take a little bump, didn't he? Got poked in the eyes for the finish. And basically Marlena was going to be Brian Pillman's for the next 30 days. Now, the next pay-per-view was actually on the 5th of October, 1997, which is around the 30-day mark in your house, Bad Blood. On that day, Pillman did pass away, so we won't see him after this, I'm afraid. I know I've been saying that, I'm sure he passes away at Ground Zero. Nah, it's Bad Blood that he passes away on, and that's where it's announced, which is just...
Marlena Med surely went out on a high.
I would agree with that statement. For all 30 days and all 30 nights.
Yeah.
Where would you have seen the story going though? Like sort of a bit of... So let's say after the 30 days, do you think Marlena would have stayed?
From memory, I think there was another match scheduled in your house, Bad Blood, to reverse said decision, or Marlena stays with Pillman for another 30 days.
Okay.
From memory. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I think it'd been like logical to have a turn with Pillman, and then that'd have been a good storyline.
That would have been a good storyline.
Goldust was the face, like
yeah.
Because
we all know where Goldust ends up, and over the next 12 months we'll talk about that a lot. So 11 minutes 6 seconds. I did rate this quite highly, actually, to be honest with you, just because again I enjoyed it. 2.5 stars. That's what I think is quite high for the standard of a WWF opener. So yeah. Martin, it's the first match of the card, so you have to go next. They're the rules.
What?
And then You have
No,
to
I
go
just-
off, and
I
then
always go
Don's going to
last.
cut you. Don's going to cut you off for the rest of the evening, as he
Oh,
always
is it?
does.
Oh, okay. That's fine then. So, like, Marlena, bonus. Goldust, bonus. Entrance music, bonus. Ring jacket, bonus. Pillman, bonus. There's just something missing, but I think it was a really good opener. 2.5 stars.
Okay. I went 2 stars. I thought it was a good opener. It's just, I don't know. It was just something about this match I couldn't quite get into. I mean, John Bastard was there, so that always helps. But no, I had to go 2 stars for this one. But it is, especially for an opener, it was a good match. It was just something about it I couldn't help it. Maybe
It just didn't like what they was doing was good, but it didn't like sort of convert into a there's something, you know, when you got that, there's something missing. Good match, but there's just something for me. Just
you know,
not
like
quite there.
it's just that one extra thing would have been like,
Yeah.
oh, this has been amazing. But
Yeah.
It was a tiny brick of a match for me.
And there was a tiny brick involved in the finish, which, you know, I've got no time to mention, if I'm honest with you. But King does show us what was in the bag on commentary. And basically, yeah, there was a brick in the bag that Pillman uses to knock out Goldust to take the victory. So it's not a clean victory by any stretch of the imagination, but it is what it is. 2.5 stars from Big Dave as well.
Okay.
On to the next one.
Fucking
So the best piece of commentary that I can think of before we go on to the next match is the baby does not have a mother for 30 days. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. We then get to see Scott Putski, who's in dead good shape. As then we see Lawler and Christopher sort of team up against him to set this match up as well. There's some speculation going around, and we're told that Lawler is the father of Brian Christopher, but they're playing it off like that's not the case, and so on and so forth. What do you make of this, knowing now, all these years later, that actually Jerry the King Lawler was the son of Brian Christopher? The father of Brian Christopher. There ain't even any alcohol in this, folks, and there ain't even any alcohol.
I think it's obviously, you know, you could tell how proud he was. It's like a nice little moment every time he like comes out, because you can see like the camera cuts to him and he's like all like starry-eyed and he's all like, oh, like proper proud dad moment and all that type of stuff. I just think it's, I don't know where that conversation come from, you know, like out of the backstage and storylines, and them like, oh, should we just make out that you're his dad, and like we won't tell anybody, but you really are. And then like the chance of like Jerry's kid, and he hates it, and I'm like there's worse things that you could be called, like, and Jerry's kid is the chant that the fans have come up with. Like,
Jerry's bastard. I don't know.
Yeah, Die Rocky Die was not long ago, really.
No, it was during this period, as we know from video footage later on.
Yeah.
So I think being
funny bizarre.
That
bizarre.
His British Bulldog promo.
And he's on the card later as well, being bizarre.
I'm gonna win the Rumble because I'm bizarre.
And he does a good promo that's dead bizarre. It's great.
Yeah, where he's trying to sell like burgers, like he's selling Burger King out of like the sun or something.
Probably, but not from memory.
I'll have to show you another time then.
Yeah,
it is funny just watching him trying to talk.
So we got match 2 of 7, Brian Christopher versus Scott Putski. Nowhere near Grandmaster yet. He is too sexy, Brian Christopher. Jack Jones, the referee. Ivan Putski is the father of Scott Putski, and actually a former tag team champion with Spanish announced commentator Tito Santana, which I thought was a pretty cool little tidbit.
How many times can you say Ivan Putski, Scott Putski together? Like red lorry, yellow lorry.
Ivan Putski what?
How many times can you say Ivan Putski and then Scott Putski and keep repeating that?
Ivan Putski, Scott Putski, Ivan Putski, Scott Putski, Ivan Putski, Scott Putski.
Ivan's pussy.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. That's what you were hoping for, weren't you? The match is pretty poor in quality, in my opinion, lads.
Yeah.
It does get better because there's a skull crushing finale, or something else it's called by someone else in the future. We get an injury
finale.
Yeah, you like that one. Good.
Yeah.
We get a knee injury finish after 4 minutes and 45 seconds. I've had to give it 0 stars.
Well, like the chant for me is like,
you're going second. Fantastic.
So what we're doing? Are we not doing that now?
That was how the order was always supposed to work on this show. But
unofficially, it went the wrong way. Like
unofficially, Dom would always just jump in after the first match and do you over.
Yeah,
that's not that we've introduced ourselves tonight at all. But I was expecting.
I was expecting Don's input. Like he's very vocal. Don is.
Yeah,
he loves to talk. So this match was in the shits, wasn't it? Really, I'll give it half a star. Purely.
Right,
for Vince's reaction to the knee crushing, bending injury.
Well, he forgot his name, didn't he?
Genuinely concerned.
He forgot his name, didn't he? He was like, the Ivan Putski's son is injured. That's what he's
guy over there.
Ivan's kid. Ivan's kid.
Exactly. Unbelievable.
I had to go half a star as well.
All right, Dave.
I sort of liked the Brian Christopher sort of vaulting leap thing that led to the actual damage. And the skull crushing finale was cool.
To be honest with you, I don't know if that was the damage. I think it was damaged.
I watched it back a couple of times.
Hello, Frankie.
It looked like his knee did go sideways. Oh, hello, Frankie.
Said hello.
Hi. Can you ask Frankie? What? I'm good.
We've got a technical difficulty issue.
Hey. Well,
look at that picture.
Well,
that's a face for Craig. That is. Get that quick. Oh, it's gone.
Damn it.
It's gone. Damn it.
What did you say?
Your frozen face was brilliant. I was just about to take a picture of it for Craig.
What was it like?
Craig
will grab that. I know he will. He'll do something good. He'll do something good with that one.
So I was just I was going to say, can you ask Frankie, does she think Scott Putski's knee injury was a work or a shoot?
Frankie.
Oh.
Frankie. Can I ask a question? Okay.
No.
Can I ask a quick question? The guys want to know. You know, Ivan Putski's son. I forgot his name. Did he fake his knee injury? Or was it real?
Work or shoot?
Was it a work? Was it a work or a shoot?
It's a good shoot. It's a good shoot.
Fake.
Was it a work or a shoot?
Shooting.
Fake.
Shooting. He was shooting.
Shooting in a fake way. Cool.
Yeah, he was shooting in a fake way.
I like that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, kids do wrestling.
Thank you. That's all I want to know.
Yeah, but how do you always ask questions? I don't know.
Because I'm just wondering what you think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you always ask questions and I already know.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
We're being called out for it.
Yeah, you should probably question what you're doing.
Expose the work.
He was shooting in a fake way.
Shooting in a fake way.
Just clarification there.
So we get a video package of gang warfare, jobber promos, but we did get to see The Rock as a heel for the Nation of Domination. So we know that's happening. So we know that we're in for some strong history to be made soon.
Also,
very soon.
Also, just to break someone's heart here, did you notice who wasn't there in the Nation lineup?
Well,
we have to address the 4-knee pad elephant in the room. We will have to address that.
I think we might need to take a moment of silence because
I'm having a Godzilla show.
yeah, we should have really, really synced up that moment. But we never do. This is what it's all about here at Hot Tag Review.
I love the fact that we wear this t-shirt at the exact same time as well.
Like it's happened so often now. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
I need my Mean Gene Hotline Bling. I need my loser one. I just need them all. We need a better supplier.
Yeah.
Shooting. Hopefully, there's a rabid monkey out there that can help us out.
Maybe.
Look, we get shown rules for a triple threat match. We all know what the rules are for a triple threat match, but, and I'm going to make a big, bold statement here that this is potentially, on pay-per-view, the first ever triple threat match produced by the World Wrestling Federation.
I'd agree.
1997.
Oh, you're saying ever, not just 97. This is like ever. Wow, okay.
Ever.
I reckon
they didn't agree with three people in the ring. Like,
I don't think we have covered a triple threat match on this run, and I can't think of one.
Yeah.
Final Four turned into one as a concept, but it was a four-way match.
Yeah.
I don't recall a triple threat match across this run. Can you? In the WWF?
Go back further. Can you think of one up to this point?
No. It would stand out to me.
It probably explains the reasons why they haven't done one. If you watch this match, maybe they should never have done one ever again. Potentially.
I think the original nation explodes here.
Well, this is it. It is long-term storytelling and booking for days. That's what this is, and I give them credit for that. But as not much more after. So as Don's alluded to, the three original members of the Nation of Domination in this run that we've covered, by the way, let's just make that clear. We've got Savio Vega versus Farouk versus Crush. Mike Yoda is the referee. Farouk just absolutely dick fucking punches Crush at one point, which was hilarious. Every pin, other than a few, was broken up. It had to be broken up. It was very rare there was a kick out. That headbutt spot. Talk to me about that, lads. Do you remember that headbutt spot?
That was a shoot.
That was a shoot.
I think they thought they was going for it, and then they sort of stopped. They didn't communicate who was going left and right. It was just boof.
Can have a bit of that, you can.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Spots. Can we talk about the best neck breaker in the business ever?
The best swinging neck breaker ever delivered
so
in a wrestling
good,
ring.
It breaks the rules of physics.
Yeah, never mind the spike pile driver.
Yeah, spike pile driver will be up in me. What was Crush doing?
So as you can tell,
this
match was pretty fucking shit.
Mate, it was a pit. It was like watching a fucking Premier League match with no fans. You could just hear everybody fucking calling shots.
Get over there!
Yeah.
Eventually, surprisingly, Savio Vega goes over after 11 minutes and 37 seconds. Now, if you're rebooking this, right, and tell me if I'm wrong, but Farouk goes over?
The way I'd rebook it, I just wouldn't have put it on the card.
Or that.
I think that would have been the best. I think everyone would have won.
Yeah.
Well, we would have won. We wouldn't have had to fucking talk about it. I'll give it 1 star if I'm honest. I don't know. I don't even know why, but I don't think I could have given it 0 stars. 1 star.
Well, Savio Vega shite, Farouk shite, Crush shite. Concept shite, promo shite, promo location shite because they use the same alleyway on both
for everything.
Same alleyway. It's like
just a different section, any?
Yeah, just hide out the alleyway for the
lazy Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah, there you go. He was just all fucking. He was all shite all round. Absolute shite. I don't know
5 stars.
The shit, mate, the shit all over Savio Vega, chucking him out the ring.
Loads.
For him to come in, for him to break up, like you said, break up a pin off a fucking double axe handle or whatever he was fucking doing to him at one point. I don't know. He's just shite. So no stars at all.
Okay.
Fans was just fucking laughing at him.
Fair play, Martin. No stars. It's one of the first ones. I know you have done a couple, but fuck me.
I don't hand them out, mate.
You're under 5, you are. You're under 5 0-star matches, I think.
Yeah. I don't hand them out willy-nilly. That's it. If you impress
you
me,
have
you
to
get
earn
0 stars. Yeah, you have to earn them fucking 0 stars, mate.
I actually gave this half a star.
Go on, Don.
This crowd woke up when Crush went for the heart punch.
Oh, yeah, they did, to be fair.
They actually did.
I was like, fucking hell, bra's over.
Yeah. Coconut bra over here. Savio, I don't know why I like Savio.
You can't not like Savio, but this is like
not a good
coming to the end.
Good example.
Lazy Savio. This is
I think we've got a Savio a year ago.
Oh, 96 was fantastic.
Yeah,
what a run.
I had to me saying Farouk as well. He's shite. Like I love the acolyte Farouk. I don't like the Nation Farouk.
You don't like Ron Simmons.
Yeah,
you're not a fan. I
like Ron Simmons in WCW. I don't like Farouk in WWF. When he comes in with his weird helmet and then he's got the blue fucking gear on.
Farouk Assad.
Hey Raymond, calm down.
Sunny days. Okay.
Half a star though.
Dave disagreed with both you and me and went with 1.5 stars.
Well, he's wrong and he should feel wrong for it. It's an opinion. So.
Fuck him. Match number 4 then is it's the minis. So it is El Torito versus Max Mini with referee Jack Doan. Little Bull versus Max Mini. And what a pop for the little bastard at 83 pounds.
Yeah.
Smallest athlete in the world.
You got it, man. You got it. And I'll be honest, I was so impressed with Max Mini growing up. I was. It's different. He's like a prequel to the seriousness of what the cruiserweight division is today, right?
Yeah.
But this is also hilarious all at the same time because they're small. You don't expect them to be able to do this, so there's a comedy aspect to it. But Max Mini's fucking class.
I love that the reference, like, the referee is 5'7" for reference.
Yes.
Like, just to like say, oh, this is how small they actually am because the referee is a fucking dwarf. That's what they're basically saying.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan's fucking 6'3", like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jack Doan's a midget compared to that, like.
Yeah.
The thing was as well, what made me laugh is like they were talking about El Torito, saying like he's probably a bit over 101 pounds. I was like, you fucking sure, mate? Like, he a big lad. He's not a big lad, but he's a big lad.
Obviously, the best spot of the match. Although there was 2 of them. There was that kick to the face, in all seriousness, because that was fucking brilliant timing. But it was when fucking Max Mini went and sat on the King's lap, like. It was classic 1994 King. It was great.
Oh, you got the bollocks there though, especially who's like pointing the hat, like take off his crown, I'm putting that back on.
It's brilliant.
The crowd pop for everything, though.
Oh, they love
all it was missing was Sonny. That's all it was missing.
I think in fairness, had Max Mini gone after the WWF title on this night instead of the Patriot, I think that crowd would have been hotter.
Mate, they'd have had to put him over. They'd have got on the mic. Absolutely. They'd have got on the headset and like, we need to put him over. The crowd are going to fucking riot. If he does not win this title, the crowd are going to riot. We need to put it on him and we need to take it off him tomorrow night. But we need to put it on him tonight. He could be like, imagine.
Going and baiting Bret Hart, like.
Yeah. Or just do a fucking Ric Flair and just let him lose the belt, but then just give it to him back like, nah, we're only joking. Let's just get out of here alive and, here's the belt back. You know what I mean?
Classic dusty finish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Honestly,
that was a beautiful Asai moonsault as well. It's just there were some really beautiful spots these two lads are hitting together. And I wrote it in my notes. I was like, I needed a match like this after the last two matches. They've just been nothing.
Yeah.
Then to have this, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Whereas normally on other pay-per-views, this is the go and have a piece match or the go and get a drink match. Whereas I thought the triple threat was that match, to be honest. And then people come back for this. Maybe people just this probably got a bigger pop because they went for a piss on the triple threat match. So there was more into it, and they got the beers and
you wouldn't fucking blame them even for going to piss during that match, would you?
Definitely.
No. It went for 9 minutes 21 seconds. Max Mini obviously won. Otherwise, because if Hart wins, the crowd would have riot. That building would have been gone to shit. I'll give it 2 stars.
No way. So it was a brilliant match. I can't put it as good as the first match, so I'm just going to put it on level. So I'm going to say 2 stars as well.
You could tell that the finish ball stuff. You could tell it was a bit of a botch, and they were just pulling something out for a finish. But other than that, I actually genuinely love this match. It was a bit of comedy. I went 3 stars.
Of course you did.
Genuinely love this match.
Of course you did. Fucking popping like a motherfucker, wasn't it?
Fucking Mark for Danny DeVito.
Literally.
Or is it? We don't know. He never took the match.
I bet you the fucking...
We all know it was Danny DeVito.
I bet you It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's on your fucking watch list on Netflix, ain't it? It fucking is.
I wouldn't know.
That and Matilda,
yeah.
I wouldn't know anything about the Trash Man.
Yeah.
I'd have no idea who that is.
And that stripper episode in Friends. You fucking love it.
The one with the stripper. Nice.
Yeah.
We then get greeted by absolutely horrible footage of the Austin neck break. JR and Sergeant Slaughter in the ring. They are expecting Stone Cold Steve Austin to vacate the tag team titles. Slaughter talks about his challenging role being the commissioner. You fucking will do when it becomes the Attitude Era, mate. It's already getting there now, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Dude love gimmicks. By God, it's dude love. You gotta love a bit of dude love, man. The dudes that was on it.
Yeah.
Having a
dance, I love these
having
belts as well. I love these belts. These belts
are
the
best.
Amazing.
They should be the tag team championships today.
Right now.
Right this second. Get rid of them Roman fucking gimmicks.
Warrior
fuck
things.
them off, like.
Okay. Head of the table stuff.
Yeah, fuck that off. Fuck that gun. Like, let's get.
I've just gone for basic shapes now. Like everything's the same. Just literally what happened to these? Like they're good shapes. The European title shape, brilliant.
Because it's easier to reproduce and make toys and replicas to sell to people. What's that?
Now,
What's the difference between
Don's put his fucking business head on.
What's that? What's the difference between a world heavyweight title and a universal title? It's one looks like a fucking strawberry jam tart.
Tater.
What's a fucking universal tater? Like when you can put in any fucking
Who's the universal tater at
the universal tater is what they might as well be nowadays. You might as well just get a potato.
Just a tater.
Yeah.
Universal
tater. On the side of your Sunday dinner, like it's just there.
You can chop it up for like roasters and
mash it, stick it in a stew.
Where'd you get these universal taters from?
Bullet it up and stick it in a fucking soup, the man said. Not getting Chef Ramsay over here.
Oh, you can put it in a gun.
You can cut the W out and make it like a stamper.
Now, what a guy.
What a tater. You can get your universal tater live at Hot Tag Reviews.
Right into
just
the
right
PO box. You know about the address.
I'm not even joking. You will find a Hot Tag Reviews universal potato for sale at a store. It's an online store near you.
Yeah. If some charity shops might have it as well, just use the code HOTTAG10 to get it.
You've got to buy it within a week though, because it'll fucking sprout like a motherfucker. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's how we say more with them though. We're trying to sprout and start again.
And obviously, as we are halfway through the show, I am Rob Campbell alongside.
I am
fucking popped him. I fucking popped him.
Oh, you popped
Absolutely.
mate.
Hit him with an RKO out of nowhere. Brilliant.
And the show pudder, job at number 2.
Daniel. Ah, yes, man! Cornfield. Universal potato.
Donny's
No.
potato man.
Universal tater.
Universal potato.
It weren't a potato. wasn't it? No, yeah, there you go. Go on.
Sex eye for the Universal Tater, man.
Yes.
Daniel Cornfield. You get a
Good
combo.
old Johnny Vegas stone in that, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I am Vegas.
And just like out of nowhere, Jim Ross eats a Stone Cold Stunner. What a reaction.
Yeah.
I think the crowd didn't know how to react on this one. I think there was a bit like, yay.
That's JR, we like him.
Yeah, we like him. He ain't done fuck all, but yeah.
Who's going to commentate now, look?
Yeah.
You in the World Wrestling Federation can kick Mike.
Kick Mike?
Yeah, kick.
And then Austin called an audible to fucking Dude Love and was like, I'm going to go over there. I'll be in the corner right now.
Yeah. Slaughter's going to come after me. I'll be back.
Yeah.
It's not one of them when he, oh me, man. Oh me. He's got the T-Rex arms out. Oh me, man. All loose like. Fucking hell. How much swanking have you been doing, kid? Right, technique on the go. So yeah, look, the tag team titles get handed in eventually. And Jim Ross eats a stunner. So we need to crown new tag team champions, which we're going to do that in the next match. But what I liked before we got there is we did get a promo with the bizarre European champion, the British Bulldog, and 2-time Slammy Award winner Owen Hart, who cut a dead average promo. As they go into the tag titles. No, it was
Bret Hart cut the promo
later on.
That's
later on. No, Bret Hart cut the promo with Bulldog. I'm sure he did.
That was later on.
That was later.
No, he cut the promo.
Not for the tag team titles.
He did.
No, he did.
No.
He didn't.
What? He did because he kept banging on about being the best there was. The best.
Yeah, Owen.
You know how many?
I get it.
Kids
I get it because Owen referenced it. Did he?
Yeah.
He said the
Twice.
Brett line. He said the Brett
Because
line.
if I'm fucking not looking at the screen,
the Brett line.
Why is he fucking mate? What's he doing? Get your own gimmick.
Yes, 2-time
fucking
Slammy Award
had me,
winner.
man.
Look at
You
my
had me.
nose.
You fucking had me a good one there, mate. So I was proper getting vexed at you. I was like, this motherfucker trying to tell me, this motherfucker on the day that I've had today trying to tell me that my fucking hero cut this promo when he didn't. I was like, this motherfucker. I know where he lives. I'll drive around his fucking house.
Who's his hot bread or
I will go both. I'll go into Mark's house. I'll fucking kick the door in. I'll go, right, bring up the WWE network. Bring it up. Anyway, Vince calls Austin a jackass on commentary.
Yeah. I'm going to say, it's better than what JR called him. JR called... I actually believe, since now after watching it, JR started the Attitude Era. He started it. The amount of swearing they were bleeping, and they kept referencing like, oh, Austin's on, we're going to have to bleep him.
It just ain't fucking on.
What's this shit? I don't want to get hit by the son of a bitch. You can't trust
an
the son of a
unsafe
bitch.
working environment. I love that he's ribbed Shawn Michaels in that promo.
Yeah.
And Shawn doesn't even know it. Because let's be honest, Shawn was too busy doing some cocaine by the looks of his eyes a little bit later on in the night.
Yes.
But more on that later. Match 5 is for the WWF Tag Team Championship in a fatal 4-way match now. Just exactly. There you go. So the WWF called it a fatal 4-way match. That is how they build this match. And then about halfway through the first quarter of the match, we find out that it's an elimination match. Therefore, not being a fatal 4-way.
It's a 4-corner.
It's a fatal 4-way elimination match.
Yeah. That's all it needed was the word elimination put in.
That's all it needed. Make it simple because us fucking mere mortals these days recognise that a fatal 4-way match is one pin to the death. One pin to the death.
Yeah.
Because surely Savio Vega didn't win, he just eliminated.
Just eliminated him.
Yeah.
There you go. Didn't make it clear enough.
Didn't know.
Problem when you've got one sort of multi-man match on the card and another one, and they're completely different rules.
Exactly.
If you're going to do it, pick a lane.
Pick a lane, bitch. So yeah, we've got the Headbangers, Mosh and Thrasher, versus the Godwins, including Henry and the GOAT, Daniel Cornfield's favourite wrestler of all time.
Your boy.
Phineas Godwin.
With a
taking on
5 Midian.
Naked Midian is the GOAT versus the Hart Foundation, Bret the Hitman Hart, apparently, and Bizarre British Bulldog versus Hawk and Animal, the Legion of Doom, who also cut a dead good classic 80s promo with Michael Cole, who just looks like, what have I got myself into here? Like rabbit in headlights or what? It was like,
you know, the LOD's promo, it was short, sweet, it got to the point, bang, there you go.
Well,
what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell him, Hawk.
You got fucking Bret Owen Hart fucking hanging on about
Sorry.
fucking shit.
like a Journey song. On and on and on.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Davey Boy was like, fucking shut up. Shut up, Owen. Shut up.
I think the mystique of the Godwins has gone now. I've heard the promo. That was bad. That was quite bad.
Yeah,
shooting on Stone Cold. Like.
Yeah, it's like, shut the fuck up. You're not on his level.
Literally. The thing is, right, Michael Cole does some good research here, and he tells us that the LOD haven't held the tag team championships in 6 years within the Fed. And then obviously that they basically just tell us how they want to fuck the Godwins up during this match. They don't really care about the belts, like as long as they fuck the Godwins up. So then obviously we'll just go through the elimination. So the LOD are the first out. They get disqualified after using the bucket on the Godwins, after obviously they bring it in and try to use it on them. So we're then down to 3 teams. Headbangers then make pretty short work of the Godwins, leaving a very fresh former tag team champions in Owen and Bulldog going after the Headbangers. So obviously Vince McMahon even says it on commentary. He's like, I would think that Owen and Bulldog are going to win this one and going to be tag team champions once again. Well, Bruce Wayne, that didn't happen because sharpshooters applied. The referee's all over the gaff with 2 men on the outside. Enter Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, I'll have some of that, you cunt. The Headbangers win their first tag team titles. Yeah. Exciting times after 17 minutes and 19 seconds of this shit. Way too long. Hold on, lads.
Nice.
Oh, no, we didn't do start.
So what we saying about the Headbangers winning the tag titles then, lads?
We went for a tunnel then.
Pikachu. That was the name of the tunnel, by the way.
If you could say it all.
Until she choked.
What a tunnel. Yeah.
17 minutes, 19 seconds, 1.5 stars for me.
Yeah, that's that long, did it?
She was lucky that night.
Mate, it was all down to
Louisville, Kentucky.
It was all down to the entrance and the crowd play. That's what it was, mate.
You know.
Thanks to the crowd.
Work the crowd, boys. Work the crowd.
Do your fucking job.
I thought he was going to butt in then. I was going to have a go at him. No, I'm happy for Mosh and Fresh. You know, Mosh and Fresh are a good little fucking tag team.
Moshley? I like that.
Love it.
What a gimmick.
I went with 1 star. I wasn't a big fan of the match.
Too long.
It's just too much. Got 8 people. I've been involved in too many 8-man fucking matches.
You're haunted by them, ain't you?
I'm haunted, yeah.
Can't wait to book you, man. Can't wait to book you, man.
Fitting on flashbacks of 8-mans.
Might have to be on Total Extreme Wrestling at this point.
Flashback to the 8-man. Fucking hell.
Chiv?
I don't know. Like, I do like the headbangers, but don't get the gimmick.
Fuck off. Would you
No, seriously.
to be the nuns?
A little bit.
Nah.
I don't know. It just seems like, yeah, we're metalheads and we listen to Marilyn Manson exclusively.
The beautiful people.
It's like, you like Marilyn Manson, you wear a dress. Like, that's a gimmick nowadays. Knows I'm saying that though. Look at
you won't go to Planet dressed as Mosh.
Oh, I do. I pretty much do anyway.
Yeah.
Especially when we wrap the check shirt around our waist, look. It's a proper game on then, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's it. Can't mosh in there though. You get kicked out.
Yeah.
I went 1 star as well. It needed cutting down. Or if it had been like Fatal 4-Way where there was no elimination.
1 pin, yeah.
Yeah, 1 pin to a finish. I'd have been happy with that, but 1 star.
Dave rated it 0 stars.
He gave Scott Putski and Brian Christopher.
More than that, yeah. Obviously appalled by the headbangers. Stone Cold. Yeah, it is. Stone Cold's got a new Dens DVD out. JR and Slaughter are then talking about the #1 show pod in the world, which is obviously HTR hot tag reviews. Never change that around. It doesn't work. Just like recording a podcast in portrait, it doesn't work. They're also talking about that something needs to be done with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Tell Vince, I won't be here if it happens again. Constantly planting the seeds of Vince coming out as the owner, which again, it's a common theme throughout the night, and I love it.
Well, Stone Cold referenced him, down when he came out to give the tag titles.
Yeah.
He was like, Vince, you can take that stupid look off the face. You know, he's just commentator. What's he doing? Mm-hmm. Oh, he's the owner. Let's let people know that he's in charge. Why
keep pointing at Vince? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Makes you think, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, even funny though, he keeps like pointing at JR, and it turns out JR actually owns a company, and everyone he was doing the Vince thing just to fucking swerve people.
Yeah,
that'd have been genius. It was me all along, Austin.
Following that, we do get Todd Pettingill gimmicks as he voiceovers the video package for the title match.
Gone but not forgotten.
Absolutely. And then we get a Sunny Days appearance as she is interviewing our Dale. Okay.
You do need to watch this for a few minutes longer.
The Sunny promo?
Yeah.
If it didn't zoom in on fucking Dale, yeah? So, yeah, match 6 for the WWF Championship. Bret the Hitman Hart is taking on the Patriot. Mike Chioda is the referee. We got Kurt Angle music for the Patriot. Original. It just didn't feel right without hearing it, did it? No. It's going to feel even wronger when Kirk starts coming in and we don't hear it straight away.
Yeah.
Because we expect it.
It's just mad they've recycled it, man. It's just like Jim Johnson was having a good run here. Like, what's going on? What you're recycling stuff for that's only a couple of years old, you know what I
mean? Mate, Adam Rose's was fucking recycled. Jim Johnson gimmick.
Yeah.
Here's one for you, though. Do you know this song has been used for more than just Angle and Patriot?
Oh, wow. Brodus Clay had recycled music too, by the way. Flash Funk, I'm sure it was.
I believe when Brock Lesnar and Shelton Benjamin came up as a tag team, they came out to this song.
Did they? Okay,
yeah. I could be wrong on that, but I know this song's been used for more than.
Do you mean Charlie or was it Brock? Okay.
Brock and Shelton came up as a team together. I believe.
What, on fucking Velocity one night or something?
Pretty much.
Fucking hell. I've got to find the footage for that somewhere.
There's a match out
There'll be footage on that.
There's the footage of Brock hitting the shooting star press and not Brian himself.
Fucking hell. On Velocity. What a mad cunt.
Yeah.
Geezer doesn't even get out of bed for anything less than £1 million now. Like, do you know what I mean?
Back in the day, though.
Fuck me. What a legend. Brett obviously gets a promo too. That's much better than our Dales. But there was no Sonny involved. I wonder why. Yeah, look, the best there is, the best there ever was, and the best there ever will be, has officially landed now, Mart. Yeah, it's all come full circle.
Is this Brett? Oh, okay, yeah.
This is Brett, mate. This is Brett. Yeah, look, it's a long match. It's 19 minutes, 19 seconds. It's not the best match in the world. There's very little or no anticipation or backing, for that matter, when it comes to the babyface. I think they just booked him too quick. I think they shot the shot and it didn't really work. The angle was perfect for it. I just don't think Dale was right for it. And it was rushed.
Yeah. They just went with the fucking USA against fucking Canada bullshit down there. They just continue that on the Patriots. Like I say, it would have worked, but just didn't work for me. It's a good enough match. Anything with Bret Hart's in a fucking good match, but not what it could have been.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I think they could have put anyone in that position of the Patriot, and they were expecting the heat that Bret gets to carry the match.
Yeah.
You need someone on the other side who can give heat as a face.
It's a two-way street, ain't it?
Yeah, exactly. Can't be carried by one person.
Mate, you can turn that gas on the cooker, but if you ain't got the clicker to work with you, you're getting no fire on you. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Exactly.
And we all know life's about gaslighting these days.
There you go.
Brett got more pops than the babyface. So that says it all.
Yeah.
Bizarre. Bulldog comes out. Vader eventually turns up. Now, this is where it goes absolutely fucking crazy because Vader starts hitting Bret Hart. So that should immediately be a disqualification.
Yeah.
Mike Chioda, he's watching it develop. He's watching it happen. But he tells us to carry on, which I was completely and utterly surprised about.
That's how Bruce Pritchard wrote it.
Oh, clearly.
Yeah. Like, forget the rules.
Yeah. Mike, fuck the rules, like. This Canadian prick, you need to go against him, like.
Let's do,
screw him. Set up the screw job.
We've already done a fucking ref bump in the first match. This probably would have been the better time to do ref bump, like, but, we fucking blow the ref bump load, are we?
Yeah.
So we need to just, like, fuck the rules and just
And the main event's full of ref bumps, ain't it? So...
Yeah.
I mean, I took more bumps than anything, to be honest.
I took more than Shawn, and that's saying something.
Yeah.
He just fucking, it's crazy. He does carry on. It gets a little bit better after that happened, I think, mainly because Brett's taken control. He's delivering his 5 moves of doom. He's hitting everything basically that he can. Figure 4 around the turnbuckle. All the gimmicks are coming out now, basically. There's a near fall after the Patriot makes a comeback as such. And then Brett lands a nasty stungun on the second rope, doesn't he? And it's fucking beautiful. I think it's great the way he lands. I mean, he was probably supposed to land on the top rope, but I think he landed better on the middle rope, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
And that's all they got to say about that. Brett eventually...
Mate, you're doing so well. I don't want to disrupt your flow, man. It's a good story, man.
No, sometimes I need something back, though, and just got a and then I was like, oh, okay.
Did you think it was funny that you've joked about that's all I've got to say about that? That's how Brett ended the promo.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Literally said those words, like.
He actually said that's all I've got to say about that.
He didn't say that, though.
Oh, it's amazing if he did.
He said that's all I've got to say about that.
Nice. Brett does finally get the sharpshooter in, but This is after reversing the sharpshooter that Dale puts in. It's a very similar technique to what was displayed at the Montreal screw job, actually, where he grabs the leg and obviously pushes his weight back. The sharpshooter he's put in, there's no sign of tapping out. There's no sign of verbally nodding and giving up. He just basically lies there and the referee rings the bell.
Yeah.
I've managed to find 2 stars for it.
I think I struggled really hard with this match. I wanted it to be so good. Brett just winning the title last time and having a really good run with it. I think I had to go with 1.5. It was it's all over the shop. Vader comes out of nowhere, like you ain't seen him all fucking noise or nothing, just crazy.
Yeah. I think I've got
it was one of them. Yeah, I agree with Don. It's one of them.
Don's back to me sex videos.
No, I think honestly though, even if Vader had been out there with him, not out there with him, but maybe on one of the promos, just saying like, I actually respect him as an American. At least that in that respect, it made sense for Vader to come out to make the save.
Yeah.
Leon from the Rocky Mountain.
Yeah, Bruce was having a fucking field day with that. Fuck the rules. We'll just do what we want now.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got to go 1.5 stars.
Where was Pat? I say we need the Gaga.
And it looked weird with Bret Hart putting the sharpshooter with his right foot as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked weird.
Because he did that reversal, then he? So he just where he landed. So he couldn't set up properly, could he? No, exactly. He made it work. Just about. Dave
fucking loved it.
He did love it. 3.25 stars.
Of course, yes.
Okay.
There was obviously a post-match attack and a pile driver from Bret Hart, followed by destroying Old Glory. That's the American flag for you people who are not educated in that word yet. Or phrase, I should say. And choking out our Dale. Pat Patterson gets knocked out. That was good. I enjoyed that. Took it like a champ, didn't he?
Yeah. Payday Pat. You're right there, baby.
He always did.
Pay-per-view payday Pat.
Oh, right in the Gaga. Michael Gold gets a quick interview with Bret, who shoots on the losers. Austin, loser. Taker, loser. HBK, loser.
Patriot, loser.
All of them are losers. Yeah. Every one of them. Jim Ross does the voiceover gimmicks for the main event match. What was interesting, and the footage that I think we should talk about a little bit, is that Mark was cutting a promo as Mark.
Yes. He started doing this about this time, though, didn't he? That he'd sort of not break character as such, but there'd be no mystique about him, and this is the man. And I'm going to
behind the character.
Yeah. But he would never outright say, "Oh, I am not the Undertaker. My name's Mark, and this is what I have to say." So I just sort of like this period though, with Taker's promos. He's going to Paul Bearer to rely on.
Which meant he was shit at promos. I thought he was really bad at promos, if I'm honest. And to this day, I still think even when he, throughout all the years, has still not really nailed promos.
I'd agree with
personally.
I always like to take a promo, especially at this period, though. But I think because it was compared to what was going on, it felt different.
So, I always think he was always better when he had somebody else speaking for him, or there was something else happening with either the background music, like even with the ministry and stuff. He had a group of people. He did his thing, but it wasn't just him focused. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Austin does a promo. The camera's following him, cutting a promo, speaking all the way through to the crowd. I don't know. I like the Undertaker. try me and I'll make you famous, American badass type, like his phase that he went through. Because he was like, I'm the vet and I'm gonna shoot on, you want to make you famous, like, you know what I mean? At this point, and his dead man gimmick was promos. Talking was not good for me, but his demeanor was spoke words, you know what I mean?
Rest in peace.
Back.
Didn't need to say anything. All of his WrestleMania moments.
Enjoy that one.
He said
Craig.
everything with his body language, though, do you know what I mean?
Point at the sign.
Yeah.
What you gotta do? Point at the sign.
Or even later on when Triple H and the Undertaker, they didn't even point to the
3D
sign.
camera in Friday the 13th. Does it work?
Fucking, are you a couple of weeks behind on James A. Janice there, Rob?
No, mate, I am up to date. I am.
Oh, good times.
I'm a. What's the new one that's just got up on Friday? Yeah, which is New Beginning, isn't it? Yeah. So Zombie Jason is next for me.
Ooh.
I haven't caught up on that because I had a busy weekend, but I will be watching that probably after we finish there.
Good time.
So back to our podcast. Shout out to Dead Meat, obviously. But there is some good dead fucking footage within that video package, including those nasty chair shots that we've already referenced. Good storytelling as well, I feel, to get to where we are now. HBK then gets interviewed from Vince from the commentary position, which I felt that was a strange choice. Shawn's fully coked up though. Fully coked up. Been on all the gear Vince, all day.
It's weird seeing Shawn Michaels with fucking straight eyes and a full set of teeth. Like normal set of teeth.
Okay, now. Yeah, Glenn hadn't got hold of him yet, had he?
Nah.
Fucking yank him over here.
Yeah, nice reference, Mark. Nice reference. Shawn then makes his entrance while telling people to suck it, singing along. He's in a great mood. And then the fireworks don't go off properly, so he's fuming. And he calls the pyro guy a fucking wanker live on pay-per-view. It's great. But Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker is our main event. And Mike Chioda was pulling double duty. And I was like, he's just fucking done 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, he's just done 20 minutes with fucking Brett and Dale. Like, what's going on here, look? And then all becomes clear. It all becomes clear. Because right away, Chioda gets absolutely fucked up. Shawn tells Vince, fuck this shit, and goes to leave after Chioda gets fucked up. He gets fucked up even more as Taker fucking chucks him, picks him up over his head, and just fucking chucks him at Michaels, who does a fucking Miz on the R-Truth and doesn't catch him.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. I literally winced watching that. I was like, fuck me, that's bad. Like, fucking hell.
Like, you've got a bad back and you've agreed to catch a fucking fully grown human man from over the top rope. Like, of course you ain't going to fucking catch him. Just be like, fuck you, mate, I've got a bad back.
I love it. I love that we're now going, fuck it, he's got a bad back.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. It's crazy, that is. Fuck me, man. It just goes down from there, doesn't it? HBK is on the run. He tries to break in the house, which was great. He takes a massive big fucking power slam on the ramp. And again, we just talked about his bad back. And I'm thinking, no fucking wonder you were out for 4 years, mate. No fucking wonder. Because cocaine is one hell of a drug, man. I'll tell you. And then obviously you get...
Mate, you can fucking you can jump off buildings with cocaine, I'm sure you can.
100%.
You know what I mean? You got no fucking sense.
Survive, like...
Yeah.
Maybe not from the 101st floor, like. That's...
No. But you're going to have,
probably a bit extreme.
You're going to carry on your stuff and you're going to be doing, that's why you could do all this, because he's fucking coked up, wasn't he?
Proper coked up, mate.
And then obviously he needed the painkillers the next day, so he's fucking popping them.
It's just the selling as well. Like when he takes that shot and he chucks himself down the ramp over and over and over again. Like just his selling was, I mean, it was 5 stars just for Shawn selling, if I'm honest with you. Throughout the entire fucking match, he was great.
Yeah. But I think this is weird though. We sort of use this as an example. This is him selling well. When he wrestled Hogan.
Into the
It
corner
wasn't
spots.
a lot different, but it was
He done the same.
Yeah,
He's in the corner spot with a kick.
Yeah,
exactly the same.
To be fair,
nobody said anything about this one, did they?
Danny fucking was watching a bit with me actually when I was watching it making notes. He went fucking hell. He's Shawn selling like he's against Hogan at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
I was like, fucking hell. You're right, actually, but he just wasn't taking the piss against Mark. He was dead serious, and it fit the narrative of the story. It
fit this. Yeah, I agree. And I'm just gonna use that as the example. He sold the exact same way in the 2 matches, except with the Hogan match, it felt like it's like, well, you can be a dick.
Yeah,
I will make us both look like dicks then.
Yeah,
so I'll bring you down. With Taker, it's like I ain't fucking with him.
No. This is serious our job for the Taker.
Yeah. You will fucking take these bumps and you will fucking say thank you at the end of it.
Absolutely. I mean, Earl Ebner finally turned up to take over from Mike Chioda because there was a referee missing for ages. And then Shawn takes control with a chop block. And then the bell rings. Like, all of this has happened before the match has even started. So bell to bell, this goes 16 minutes, 20 seconds. So it's at least 22, 25 minutes, I'd say.
I'll go 25 with all post shenanigans.
Yeah, definitely.
25.
So the match is solid. Even when Shawn spits at someone in the crowd, the match is still solid. Also, the ass spot, you got to see a bit of Shawn Michaels' ass if he's in the main event. Gets knocked down, trying to take the chair off Taker. I thought, what are you doing, you crazy bastard, trying to take the chair off? Thought, this ain't going to go well. 2 big elbow drops from Shawn Michaels, and they were on the money.
Has he not got the best elbow drop? Like him and Savage, it's
him and Savage. They've got to be joint spots, really, haven't they? They've got to be.
So they're so beautiful. Like
I know we've seen some decent ones, but just one-off ones, not where it's the finish. Like
I've been only person I think of like modern days, like Kairi Sane.
Yes.
Like that's probably the only person I can think of.
She does it very sideways, don't she?
Yeah,
very flat.
Everyone's got like the sort of their angle.
Yeah.
It's like when you watch anyone hit a frog splash, for instance, like you see Art Bar do it, and Art Bars were fucking stunning. Then you watch Eddie, you watch Ray, you watch Chavo, Van Dam. D'Lo Brown to a certain degree with a lowdown. Like everyone's gonna have a tweak.
Yeah.
The money shot.
I think Perry Saturn's
underrated one.
That's the one.
Yes, that's a good shout. That is a
very
good shout.
Very clean.
That's a close second.
Yeah.
Just on the money, very clean, very safe. That's what you're looking for, ain't you?
Yeah.
I can drop an elbow drop and look fucking devastating. Guess what? It fucking was, because it's just caved his fucking chest in. But there's a difference in there, you know what I mean? About making it look devastating, but keeping everybody safe. Do you know what I mean? The look always look safe.
Absolutely brilliant.
If you can think of anyone else has a very good elbow drop, send it in on the PO box. You know where the address.
Fuck's sake, man. Earl Ebner ends up getting splashed. Rick Rude turns up, hands Shawn Michaels brass knucks, and then walks off and never seen again. He fucking rocks Taker as well, doesn't it? That is a shot.
Yeah.
That's a fucking stiff shot as well, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Triple H comes down, chucks Jack Doan in. He only lands 2 count, and then Shawn Michaels knocks him out for his trouble. And I'm just thinking, what is going on? Everybody's getting fucked up. Yeah. Earl Ebner then, right, who's still in the ring at this point, he takes a turnbuckle, head straight off the turnbuckle. Then he takes a choke slam. I'm thinking, fucking hell.
He took a good choke slam as well.
Yeah, he took a really good choke slam.
Really good one.
I was thinking, why the fuck has he lifted him up that high? I couldn't believe it. I thought, what is he doing to Al? Dave ain't going to take him to the hospital. He's too busy selling merch, ain't he? But what you got to think is, I'm thinking, what referees have been out on this night? Who have we got left in the back to actually send out? Like, I'm thinking they've all been out. I think
who's left?
He's going to pick. He's going to grab anyone and say, put a shirt on.
Is Mark Curtis going to turn up, or what? What's happening?
Mark Curtis would have brought order to this. No time.
Finally, Tim White turns up. There was one ref left, and he just hits the ring and he fucking rings the bell, and you can't blame him because this. You want to talk about the definition of an unsafe working environment? This for the referees is that definition. The next night on Raw, they're all fine, like just counting to 3 and that, like no problem whatsoever. Sound, but they all got fucked up during this match. It does become obviously a bit of a mess. Then the road agents come out, they get fucked up. Then the roster comes out to obviously split them apart, and then finally, the big dive over the top rope from the Taker to really send us home. But if you didn't notice the crowd sign, I will tell you all about it, because there was a sign in the crowd that says Heartbreak Gimp. Fantastic. And look, the whole purpose of that match and that story is to build to where we're going. And where we're going is Bad Blood, Hell in a Cell, first time ever, Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. Winner will go on to Survivor Series to become the number 1 contender for the WWF Championship. And we all know how that's going to end up, don't we?
Maybe we do.
Well, fucking hell, so it's 24 years ago.
If Shawn Michaels didn't take so much time off, maybe he needed to transition into the gimp to stay relevant. So maybe he's saved himself a bit of embarrassment there, to be honest, with gimmicks and stuff. He's took time out and he's come back as the Heartbreak Kid rather than going through a transition of the Heartbreak Gimp. Because Vince McMahon would have been like, you know what?
That's a good idea.
That internet's coming on, like there's fucking porn all over. You need, fucking Pulp Fictions, like high. You know what I mean? You got to be, we've got to get in there. It's got to be relevant. Who knows? Shawn Michaels probably was that gimp in Pulp Fiction. Just saying. There's an all-star cast,
Also, and we all know that he's played fucking Yoda in some fucking shit recently, don't we? So you're right, all-star cast.
He was fucking sitting in that crate all along, mate.
Well, 16 minutes, 20 seconds. I found 3 stars for that one.
I love the drama. This is a proper
all of the drama,
old-fashioned WWF finish. I love it. Just like fucking bump coming out, bump, you coming on, coming boom, boom. It's fucking amazing. I loved a lot of it. It took me back to like what I loved about WWF, and this, you could tell this was the start of like, hang on, we got something here. We can have a really good finish like this. And this was sort of like the way they was going to go in the Attitude Era with these sorts of finishes, like fucking shotgun finishes on a single match. You know what I mean? Basically, is what it is. So I found 3 stars for it as well. Best match of the night for me.
Yeah.
I went 3.5 stars. Easily the best match of the night. It told the story perfectly, leading into what, like Rob said, is coming up.
Yeah.
Think about it. By the end, we'd had Triple H, China come out. 3/4 of the referees have either been taken out or they've been fucked up in some way. Half the roster that was on the show, the Sultan was there.
And you know what?
The Sultan.
They told this story without a belt on the line. So it just shows the belt. They didn't need a belt to elevate this match, this feud. Guess what? The belt won on the line for the fucking next match. Over Bad Blood. It just shows that they told a good story and people was invested in the right way, not just because of the championship.
The belt is the ultimate goal because obviously, like Rob said, they will go on to next month to fight for the number one contendership. It's just because there's the extra level of there is bad blood, if you will.
If you will, baby.
So that's what it is. But
yeah,
best match of the card by a tall distance. No pun intended to Max.
A Max Mini and a Danny DeVito difference, if you will.
Yeah.
So
What's
yeah.
your boy Mel to say?
My boy. Wow. 3.75 stars for Mr. David Meltzer.
MD. He's a doctor now, why not?
Fuck him.
Dr. Meltzer.
Doctor of cocaine, maybe.
EDM. Dr.
Yeah.
David Meltzer.
So not one of the better WWF shows that we've covered overall. It's actually the second worst that we've rated it across 1997. So total average rating for this show was 1.64. Yeah, bit low. Mark, you were spot on in the middle there at 1.5. Even. I was 1.71, as was Don, funny enough. We have literally scored it the exact same, Don, as an overall rating, leading to 1.64. 1.6, we'll just go with that.
Didn't care for that triple threat match, did I?
You didn't give a fuck for it, mate, did you?
No.
No Ahmed Johnson, was there?
There you go, mate. It's becoming a bit of a fucking trend, ain't it, now?
Well, he just might continue, mate, and it's quite upsetting, really, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But next up, after our first 3 hour in your house is now in the bank and covered, we got one more pay-per-view review for the month of September left as the WWF head to Birmingham, England for one night only, where we get to cover Shawn Michaels versus the bizarre British Bulldog in the NEC. Did I mention I was there? We then go back to Halloween Havoc. WCW are in the building with a pumpkin, maybe. I don't know. Well, look, the card has a good bunch of names on paper, including Savage versus Page 10. And then we're at Bad Blood, where it's got to be Kane.
Maybe.
Should I sell it any more than that? No, I don't want to either. We'll be back for all of them. Look out for some talking shop releases. And don't rape any kids. Be good people, as some people would say. I have been Rob Campbell.
I am the show pod of jobber number 2, Martin Holland.
Handle in the eye. Daniel Cornfield.
He's a Joe Potter and a one-track lane. Love it.